Welcome everyone to the official top 10 disc releases of 2023, the year of our Lord. We're breaking down the top 10 discs that have been released this year. There was a lot of really incredible discs released this year. So obviously this is our favorite top 10. Be sure to let us know what your favorite disc release this year was in the comments below. And without any further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, thanks Luke. It's great to be here today. Beautiful day out.
It's freezing.
Okay, number 10, we have the Innova Alien. This was a really unique release from Innova. Kind of this Sonic-esque top, but more overstable. This one's in Nexus plastic. This is the only one I've ever thrown, but wow, is it weird. And it's 4201, and it's super fun. And if you've ever thrown it, these things are overstable, and then they fall right out of the air. So, more of a utility disc, more of a fun disc, but this was a great release. It got a lot of traction going. Yeah, so this was a good release from Innova. That's our number 10.
Coming in at number 9 on the list, we have something out of Latitude 64, which we absolutely love. Their new Royal Grand plastic has been taking the world by storm the past couple of years, and this year we got the Royal Grand Honor. Their names are also super cool, but the Honor is coming in at 9502.5, so kind of Thunderbird-esque. It's really just those numbers combined with the Royal Grand plastic consistency that they pretty much guarantee. There will never be any flashing or sharp rims or anything like that. It's an absolutely incredible disc. Flies pretty much like the number suggests, straight overstable flight. And it's honestly just nice to have that in the lineup of the Royal Grand plastic. Latitude 64 Honor coming in at number 9.
All right, coming in at number 8 was a super popular release this year from Discraft, and that is the Zone OS, something that people had been begging for so long. Discraft's most overstable disc they have ever made. 4215 are the numbers on this thing. Crazy overstable. It actually ended up being a little bit different than I think a lot of people wanted it to be, which is why it's not number 1 on this list. It is extremely low glide and just dumps out of the air. So it's a really nice utility disc for a lot of people, but maybe not that slightly more overstable zone that they were hoping for. The Zone OS, though, still has the Zone name, still gonna have the Zone notoriety. Great release from Discraft. That's our number 8.
Yes, that's a good number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have a little bit of a dark horse pick. We have Excel Discs, which is a newer company on the market. I think Excel Sports has been a thing over in Finland. They make other products, but they're getting into the disc market. And they sent us a few discs, and we were really impressed with the plastic. Made in Finland, which everything that comes out of Finland is usually really good. The plastic has a kind of unique feel to it. This is a premium plastic 4400. It flies maybe a little bit more stable than that, maybe like a 01, but I love the flight on it. I love the feel of it. I love that the plastic is made in Finland and feels this good. You can get them at Power Grip if you're in the US. Their website has all these 2 Excel discs. It's spelled EXEL. Really cool disc, and this is our Discmas giveaway disc of the day. We're giving a disc away every single day, 25 chances to win. Today, you can go in the link in the description, fill out the Google form, and sign up to win this Excel Discs Havu 4400.
Havu.
It feels really good. We were really impressed with these discs, and yeah, that's number 7.
Review coming later.
Yeah, review coming later.
All right, number 6 is a Casaplast disc. It's the Casaplast Voss. And in a year where Casaplast has unfortunately had to sunset some molds, they have introduced several more, and the Voss is our favorite of those. We are big Grimm fans here at Swanky, and we had to say farewell to our favorite disc, the Grimm. So the Voss is stepping into that same slot. It's a 12.5, negative 1.5, 2. So it's a very neutral flying distance driver, but it tends to be a little bit more understable, I think, than these numbers might suggest. Although maybe it's accurate, probably right out of the box is very accurate, and then it beats in to be a little bit more understable than that. But this is a great slot, and the more we work with it, the more I do think that this could replace the Grimm. Maybe even in my bag, we'll see. But for a lot of people, this is gonna be your go-to Casaplast distance driver. obviously in the beautiful, unbeatable K1 plastic. That's our number 6, the Voss.
Yeah, Casaplast, insane, always doing incredible things. Speaking of doing incredible things, we have Discmania coming in at number 5. We have the CD1. I specifically love the S-line blend of the CD1, but the C-line is also great. I believe they had a similar mold with Innova that was, I think, a CD2 or the CD or something like that. But the CD1 this year, 9.5 -1.2, it's a new mold. It is their new plastic that is made over in Sweden. I especially love the S-line versions that you can get in the Zeta's Moon, the Colton Montgomery signature series. These things fly like a dream. They are more understable than the 9.5 -1.2 suggests. I feel like the C-line CD1 is exactly 9.5 -1.2. This one almost feels like 9.5 -2.2 or -1.1 or something like that. But the S-line CD1 is incredible. And it's a disc that I feel like Discmania needed in their lineup because you have a lot of sort of similar discs on the market, like the Escape, you have the Undertaker, and they finally have the CD1 in their Swedish plastic incredible disc. Coming in at number 5.
Nice, great mold there. Number 4 was a big release across the US as well as on this channel, and that's the Trash Panda Dune, the big mid-range release. Every Trash Panda release is a big deal, and that comes in for a lot of reasons. It's the fully recycled nature of this plastic, the monumental efforts that it takes to create these, as well as Trash Panda's great at marketing. Like those releases are always just like a lot of hype
Really
around
well
them. The Dune is a great neutral flying, dead straight mid, feels great in the hand. This plastic is very unique, obviously, for many reasons, but just the hand feel, even if we're not talking about how it's made, just the hand feel is very unique. It is not your traditional premium plastic. It's extremely grippy, but it feels very durable and very smooth in the hand. So we love the Dune. I, in particular, like the Dune even more than the Inner Core as a Trash Panda release. I think this is my favorite Trash Panda disc he's made so far. So yeah, that's our number 4, the Dune.
Yeah, it's also just really cool to see like an individual person who started a YouTube channel and now is releasing discs as a manufacturer.
Yeah, super
crazy, and they're really good. Is the even crazier part.
Inspiring.
Up next on the list, is this the top 3?
We're in the top 3.
We're into the top 3, and at number 3, rightfully deserving, so whatever, rightfully so, is the Isaac Robinson Archive out of Prodigy. Now this is a disc that we were super excited about for a lot of reasons, but Isaac Robinson has been tearing up Pro Tour. He is your world champion, and Prodigy worked together directly with Isaac to design this overstable mid-range, and we absolutely love how it turned out. Now, if you don't know, this is outsourced to China for the plastic. We believe it's Yacun discs.
Yes.
But I am thoroughly impressed with how they did this. You can tell they were very careful about it. We've thrown several archives. None of them have had any flashing or anything like that. The plastic quality is there, very smooth. The numbers are 5502 and it flies exactly like that. We love anything really with 02 numbers. 02 stability is just great for that dead straight with reliable fade at the end, and this is a 5-speed that's going to do that for you. I feel like it's a slot that's maybe missing in a lot of people's bag. It's just an overstable mid-range in general, and not something that's like crazy beefy, but just overstable enough to where you can rely on it. The Isaac Robinson Archive is number 3.
All right, before we get into our last 2 releases of 2023, I want to shout out the sponsor of this video. It's the Swanky Disc Golf Show. It's us. If you guys haven't listened to our podcast, you can check it out wherever you listen to our podcast. We break down a lot of the in-season tournament stuff, talk about all of the drama and conversations that's going on in the disc golf scene, and right now we're doing a bunch of fun off-season content, so you can go check us out.
We also do stuff like this sometimes. We do top 10 lists. We love talking about disc releases. We keep you guys up to date with a lot of things, and it's really just a ton of fun over there. So yeah, be sure to check us out. Again, anywhere you listen, you can find the Swanky Disc Golf Show.
Literally anywhere. Okay, number 2, we have a second Discmania disc making this list, and this one is the DD, well deserved. the DD is a phenomenal disc. This really opened up their distance driver lineup, in my opinion. Very user-friendly, very beginner-friendly. This disc is an 11-speed, understable distance driver that crushes. And I mean, for intermediate to advanced players as well, this thing goes so far. Hyzer flip, crush machine. Obviously, their new S-line plastic, to me, it just keeps getting better and better. I remember when it first came out, I didn't love the new S-line, and now it's to the point where it's one of my favorite plastics. So they are constantly improving this stuff, and this is a Swanky Time Open version. We love the DD, and I think this is their top release of this year. I'm looking forward to what they continue to put out next year, but the DD deservingly at number 2.
Absolutely. And now we're down to our number 1. You might have guessed it since you haven't seen it on the list yet already. It is the new Simon Line Time Lapse. This is the very first 12-speed disc out of MVP ever. It is the very first disc in the new Simon line, which is so hype. And of course, like, Simon Lizotte products are always going to just pique everyone's interest. They're going to blow up and everyone's going to be really excited about them. But that being said, this is still in and of itself a really cool disc. I believe that these first run prototypes came out maybe more overstable than people were hoping. Yeah. I believe the numbers are your traditional 12.5, -1.3. But having that 12-speed rim on an overmold disc from MVP hasn't happened yet. It's kind of shocking that it hasn't happened yet. But the combination of that and Simon Lizotte's first MVP disc, it was by far the most anticipated release of the year, by far the most explosive. They also released, like, for the first runs, they gave, what, 10 to each
The marketing
retailer?
helped, for
The marketing helped. It was insane to try and get your hands on one of these. By far, the number 1 biggest, best release of 2023. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. What did we miss? We will see you tomorrow. Stay swanky.
Stay swanky.
Wish you a Merry Discmas. We wish you a Merry Discmas. We wish you a Merry Discmas and a Happy New Year.